In the 80s, we actually didn't mind salespeople calling on us. And the reason is because they gave us real good information. They provided information about what's going on in the industry. They were useful. Who wants to talk to a salesperson today?
No.
I can find it all I want out independently on the internet. So if I want to figure out why something is good, I will trust myself better than I will trust you. You or you. I don't know you.
Yeah.
I don't care about you. But if you're telling me something negative, like it's an insider secret, or, you know, it's just unusual. The second thing is what I call the Twitter effect. I want, being a little older than you guys, when Twitter came out, I just could not understand it. I'm like, why the frick does anyone want to use Twitter? The best explanation I ever got was everyone's a voyeur. They want to see what other people are doing, where they are, or what's up. I thought about it and I said, okay, it doesn't apply to me personally, but I see how it does to the vast majority of people, right? They want to know. And what works on Twitter, right? Or Facebook. We are thrilled when our friends have a trip to Hawaii, but we stop and read the stuff about tragedy or things that are going that are real in their lives. We're voyeurs. Okay? That's one reason. Another reason is, well, and I said it, another reason is because it's very atypical to talk negatively about anything, right? In today's world, saying negative things or giving negative anything is like taboo. So there's this interest. It's just this weird instinctual, okay, it's bad, it's naughty, it's, you know, whatever it is, we can't resist that stuff. And that's why bad news sells. You know, the airplane crash is at the top, the hero firefighter is at the bottom of the, and it both could be front page, but the lead is the airplane crash.
Yeah.
And we'll spend more time on it.
Same concept for horror movies then.
Exactly. All of that.
I
Why
like
do
to
people watch
watch
horror movies? Geez, I know it's scary. I know I'm going to be upset. I know I may have a nightmare as a kid, but I have to watch it. I can't stop myself. It's the same thing. Now, I'm not saying it's as strong an emotion with, you know, the top 3 reasons why an ad agency sucks. But what the heck, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to a piece that says, the top 5 things you should do to better manage your life.
So could you circle back and go over the quirky tease and fact, and maybe give some examples too, like just go a little deeper on content?
Sure. Okay. So of course the subject line is the most important thing that you ever write. Period. If it doesn't get opened, it doesn't get read. So what I believe.
About emails.
Yes, this is all I'm talking about is emails.
Okay.
All emails, cold emails, in fact.
Okay.
Okay.
Drips for clients or us or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe that there are basically, in B2B, there's 3 kinds of buyers. There's a business buyer, there's a technical buyer, and there's an influencer buyer. Or a person to communicate with. Buyer's the wrong word. Now, do you know out of the box whether that person responds to top 3 reasons not to hire an agency, the 5 most effective things to use an ad agency for, or what did I just cover? Okay, quirky. Oh, or T's would be, it's both quirky and tease. Okay, I'll use that one as tease, and then a quirky could be why you don't want to open this email. Find out why. It's just...
That would piss me off.
Yes,
And you click it.
it would.
I'd be like,
Good
fine,
answer.
delete.
Fine, delete. I don't want this email, right?
Yeah.
But there are some people who will open it. I guarantee it. So here's my
'cause they
point.
can't stand it.
Right. So what I'm saying is, in a warm email, you may get an open of 20 to a ridiculously great rate is 60%. I mean, you're killing it.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I had a client who was doing 60% himself, so I didn't change his headlines. But on a cold email, you're fortunate to get in the 5 to 20. I mean, if you're doing 20, you are killing it on a cold email. You really are.
Could you maybe draw avatars and the kind of things that would fall in line with each one, right? Like, so a business buyer, what about that business buyer? What are some of the things you should hit in that email? I mean, maybe that you can go into that when you're talking about the email sequence, but I want to really dig in on, okay, let's create these personas for these 3 people. What are they interested in? What do they like? How to identify them, and then what kind of emails do they respond to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just quickly. So, you identified an email you will not respond to. But I also guarantee there are people who will not respond to the top 3 reasons that agency sucks. And there are people who will not respond to the top 5 reasons to, or the 5 best ways to utilize your ad agency, okay?
Yeah.
So that was a fact, a tease, and a quirky. So what I believe in is, most people in an email campaign send 1. Mm-hmm. And they pick between those 3 options I just gave you. And it's based on my own bias of what I open or don't open. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say something I rarely say. It's not about me.
What?
Yeah, I often say it's all about me, but it's not. It's about your prospect. So what I like to do is I will hit them with the quirky and I might get a 5% open. I'll hit them with the tease and I might get a 5% open. And I'll hit them with the fact and now I have a 15% open rate.
Okay.
And this might be 15 and this might be 5 and suddenly I've got a 40% open rate.
You're saying those are 3 different emails?
3 different subject lines.
3 different subject lines, but we're sending them to...
I'm still sending them the same 3 offers.
Okay.
Content is can be, it may not, actually, I take that back. These are going to be slightly different based on what I just said.
Well, I guess what I mean, so if you had a list of 20, you're segmenting those out? Or
I would have a sequence of each one.
Yeah. It's about which one opens and which. So here, let me give that. So here, right? If I send out the biz one first, and I send it as a tease, and they open it,
you don't send them the next one.
I don't send them the next one.
Okay.
They've now popped into the next thing.
They're into
right.
the tease
Automation.
sequence. Yeah.
Now, if they don't open
you
it,
send them
Send
I'll try a fact.
with this,
Right?
The fact headline with the same email.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then I'll try the quirky. And if none of those 3 work, boom.
Okay.
You get the standard email litany, but if I've captured you in a open, a click, a form, or whatever, I'm engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay? And you can recycle this all you want, right? You just don't want to overdo it. That's all. Okay. So that's the key thing is to figure, and the tease and the quirky probably have very similar content. The fact is always going to be different, right? I can't say they're the exact same. But my offer is going to be the same. So all I'm doing is switching out this portion. It's light work. I'm lazy. I like light work. But you got to spend time on the headline, right? In the construction of an email, you should be spending 30% of your time really thinking out your subject lines and how they will drive the behavior you want. You spend another 30% writing out some content, another 30% working, because I do workflows fast. So workflow the whole thing, and then 10% on your, because I know what I'm going to offer. You know, it's going to be quality, cost, and time. So figure out what they are. That's it. So that's roughly how I think you should think about writing an email. Okay, so Matt asked for some specific things. So you want some avatars.
Yeah, let's talk about avatars and
You want to do it for eWeb?
Yeah,
your
let's
business?
do it. Yeah, let's do it for
Is
eWeb.
that a step?
I'll check. Y'all keep going.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
so let's describe your business buyer. Who buys your stuff?
Podcast listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah. Okay. So people who buy your stuff, that's really where they, actually let me rephrase. That's where they come from.
Right.
Who are they?
Do-it-yourselfers.
You think you do it yourself?
There's
Kind
a lot.
of,
There,
somewhat.
there's a lot of them that do their own marketing.
Okay.
The last two people knew more about AdWords than I've ever seen.
Okay. But do they buy from you if they're do-it-yourselfers? Or do they just listen to you?
Well, we did the profit plan, like the $4.99 profit plan, and they bought immediately because I showed them. They had 80% of it. I showed them the rest of the 20, and I showed it to them, and they were like, "You can just do that for me for a set price," and they were like, "Done." But so both of them did buy, because they already had stuff going, but they wanted. They're quality buyers. They're quality buyers.
Okay.
That might be an outlier.
Will you get a follow-on? Or will they just buy that and they're done?
Oh, I think I'll get more.
Okay.
It's
right.
all about creating trusted advisor status, like becoming a trusted advisor expert in their eyes.
Yeah, typically podcasters do already have something. They're already moving.
Yeah, they're trying to learn.
Yeah.
Right? You're not listening to a podcast to sit there and
Yeah, they're
do anything except learn. You're trying to gather information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you got do-it-yourselfers.
Mhm.
Who else? Who are they?
Small business owners.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh my god.
There's usually maybe some overlap there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Or there are other actually a lot of the podcast listeners are other agencies or other people that maybe small independents that are you know.
Are they going to buy from you?
No,
Then we don't care
but
about
they cross. They're a small business owner and they're do-it-yourselfer. That's the threshold.
Okay? Alright. So these may intersect. That's fine.
Yeah.
So we've got a small business owner. I'm going to bet that almost all your businesses, small business owners, though.
Right now.
Yeah. So let's not.
we would like to go after.
Yeah. I think some of the people that I talked to like lately are, hey, let me get this information. I have to take it to
My boss.
My boss. And
So-
so I have found it difficult to
The media.
move them down the chain
I'm
because I'm not talking to the buyer.
You're talking to the influencer.
Right. Yeah, I'm talking to the influencer.
All right, but let's think of a description of these people. So,
In-house marketing team.
okay, could be. Yeah. Okay, you have they may have an in-house team.
We can do owners too.
Yeah.
Top
Or business owners.
Yeah,
it would be a
business owners.
business
I
owners. would
like
be a
that
persona.
better,
Yeah, business
right?
owners. Yeah.
They're a business owner, not part of the team, right?
Brick and mortar.
Well,
You do a lot of retail,
Huh?
brick and mortar.
I mean, like
It's mostly service-based businesses.
Yes, service based. That'd be.
But
okay.
that's inside the persona of business owner. We're trying we're trying to get the big categories.
Oh, the high.
If we want to incorporate Josh's book of business, I would think that some of it is outsourced work to experts, like a advertising agency. But I don't know if we want to go after that kind of business. What did you see at Signet? Like, tell me.
We never got called by another ad agency.
Okay.
Ever.
Well, just what were the personas that you had at Signet then? Or at Newton?
Sure.
Well, Newton I know, but
Sure. So what we did, we did it a little differently. Okay, so like you guys, right? We had a set of industries. I'll just name a couple, right? We had, and we had retail.
yeah.
We had a
Industrial, right?
industrial is good, and then we had a B2B service. Okay? So retail, we then knew we had owners. We had a VP of marketing or director or that could be whatever. Whoever's in charge of marketing, because we were focused on a little bit higher end. We weren't looking for small guys. We were looking for, they're still small businesses, don't get me wrong, but because the definition of a small business by the government is anything under $500 million, so, which I laugh. Well, technically we're micro businesses, but anyways, director, manager, VP of marketing. Also in the retail, we would be looking for the sales guy. Okay? Sales director, whoever, or it could also be a store manager, because they may be responsible for the sales. Industrial, so every one of these you need an owner, right? They're the best person to talk to. Industrial, though, you may talk to a COO. You may talk to a marketing person, although far less. Let's not do that. You're far more likely to find a marketing person here. You're going to talk to a COO, or you're going to talk to some engineering fact type guy, manager, who's been assigned to go find a marketing team. Far more likely. Now, if they have a marketing team, great. Okay? In the B2B service arena, you're going to find an owner, a marketing team, and a sales team. So, right? So these guys, and it depends on who they are. So now we've got a who they are.